everybody, it's the Pro Laugh Podcast, and tonight we are going to discuss the internet going out for a year in Africa. Africa loses the internet? What? We're going to look at some food from jail comments, work on some jokes about jiu-jitsu, talk about getting booked, and all kinds of stuff. So stay tuned. You're not going to want to miss this.
It's the Pro Laugh Podcast.
It's pro-life, a movement and a podcast. It's pro-life.
Hey everybody, Michael Halcomb here with Brandon Latek. Brandon, how's it?
Hey, good. How are you, Michael? What's going on?
Doing all right, man. Got this nice, sweet, large mosquito bite on the side of my face. So, yeah, loving that.
When'd you get that thing?
I got it this evening. I literally, dude, was outside for 30 seconds and came back in with this. Yeah. Went outside, walked back in and had this. So, fun times.
Nice.
Yeah.
It beats the, what, did you have that cold sore thing that was like a damn baseball at one point? Like that, it beats that, I guess.
Oh, it wasn't a cold sore though. That's hilarious. Yes, that's funny. It does beat that. It is way better looking than that. So it's just like you guys should expect if you're watching or listening that each week I'm going to come in with some physical malady.
I mean, that's what should be getting guests back, I think, is what's his issue going to be this week? You know?
What's it going to be this week? Next week I'm going to have dropsy. Yeah. The following week I'll have a stroke.
Hepatitis. Yeah.
Yeah, so Michael's maladies. We'll start a new segment. Yeah, man. So what's going on with you?
Nothing. So I did a couple open mics last week. One was good. One was bad. But
why is that? Tell us about the good one. What was good? What went well?
Let's see. Well, it was the second one. So I was working out some new jokes. So you know when you're working out new jokes, like you're getting the timing right too. So I felt like on the second set, my timing was getting a lot better on the new jokes. When to pause, how to say things, that type of thing. First one, I felt like I was almost living in the joke or thinking about the joke as opposed to living in the moment. And then, you know, that always makes you not connect with the crowd, I feel like, you know?
Interesting.
You're trying to remember the joke.
You were too in your head to be present, basically.
Yeah, exactly. Yep.
And I think maybe, correct me if you think I'm wrong or you have a different view. I think that typically comes when we don't know our jokes well enough and we're having to think about a kind of word for word sort of thing.
100%. That's what it was.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
That is exactly what it was. It was like I needed to do that first open mic though to get through it because that helped me the second time remember it, you know. So.
Right. Yeah, that's a good point. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, and so the second one was the one that was not good was bad because the timing was off and you're just in your head, not present. Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
And this was not the reason why, but it was kind of interesting because the people that were on the first one that were seating people, you know how usually you want in comedy, you want everybody to be pretty close together?
Yeah. Yes.
They were like positioning people like it was COVID still for whatever reason. So.
Oh, that's rough. That's another one of those situations where the laughs are less sticky, right? Like you have less of a chance of forming sort of a ripple effect when it's like that.
Right, less contagious, exactly.
Yeah, there are all kinds of pukas, or what was the word for hole, right? There are all kinds of holes in the audience, and you never have that chance to sort of get it. Yeah, the ripple effect.
Yeah. Yep. I was talking to this one comedian, this veteran comedian, and it's kind of interesting. He was like, "Yeah, with comedy, it's almost three different levels. The first level is like the really smart people that will get especially like my jokes or misdirection jokes. They'll get the joke right away and they'll start laughing. Then there will be the people that kind of eventually get the joke and it'll take a second. And then there'll be like the dummies that will not get the joke, but they'll laugh because everyone else is laughing, kind of, you know?
Right.
So there's like 3 different levels. And he's like, because I was asking him actually, when do I want to move on to the next joke? As opposed to, because you don't want to step on your laugh. And he's
Yeah.
like, once that middle group is done laughing, then start the next joke.
Really?
Kind of, yeah.
That's interesting. I mean, I would say that's assuming a lot, right? So it's assuming a lot, assuming that you can look out at or hear an audience and know which group is which would be really difficult in real time, I think.
Yeah, right. I get what you're saying because it's kind of a blend. Yeah, I think it's almost when it starts to peter off a little bit, then that means the first 2 groups are probably done laughing.
Okay. Or if you're at my shows, none of the groups laugh.
Then you just move on.
Yeah. There is a 4th group, the ones that never laugh.
Right.
I think there's that group. There's a 5th group too, maybe, and it's the ones I don't know who just chuckle. They never really laugh.
Or they smirk, kind of. Or they'll do that.
Yeah, you get a grin or a chuckle or a head nod or whatever, but
Yeah.
they don't. It's not like a laugh.
Yeah. That's what I felt like this crowd was like. A little bit. They were, a lot of them, it seemed like they were enjoying it. They had a smirk and they were smiling, but just not very audible.
Yeah. Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
All right.
But most of the problem was on me.
It always is, right? It's always got to be traced back to the performer, ultimately. But, yeah, well, I get that. I understand exactly what you're talking about. Yeah.
How about you?
So,
How's your week been going? Working on any shows?
I didn't have a show this past weekend. I got one tomorrow night, the night after we're recording this. So I've been sort of prepping for that. It's a contest-like show, but not like your typical comedy contest. It's called Funny or Fired, and the audience votes. There's 4 rounds, like in that one night, and the audience votes you to move forward each round, or they vote you off. So
How many people get voted off and how many people get voted forward?
I think there are 4 rounds and either 8 or 10 performers. So I think it'll be like 2 to 3 people around getting voted off.
Okay. Wow.
Yeah. So I'm hoping I make it just past round 1 at least, which sounds pretty wild. I think that's where you do stand up, and I've mentioned before you have like the handicap, right? They blindfold you or play a song while you're doing it, or give you earphones and there's music playing, or they're throwing crap at you, the audience members, and you still have to get through a joke and make the audience laugh, or you get fired.
What would be the toughest, do you think, out of those handicaps?
I think having headphones on while music is playing would be the hardest.
Yeah. That'd be tough. You would almost have to. How long is your set while doing that?
So I think it's either 90 seconds or 3 minutes. I can't remember.
Okay.
I can't remember the exact time. Yeah.
So if that's your handicap, you almost want to just, your tried and true stuff you can do in your sleep, basically, I'm guessing, right?
Right. And that's what I'm going to try to do. And probably tomorrow I'm going to practice, like with headphones on and a blindfold just to see, just in case, So, yeah.
Your wife hitting you with a pool noodle.
I've had an okay week, but just been prepping for that. Been working with my college students, I call them the comedy crew. So we've been making little funny reels and shorts every Friday, and it's fun to spend that time with them and have them interested in this kind of stuff.
Where can you see the reels at? Where can you find them?
They're on Instagram as well as YouTube. Yeah.
Okay.
So
on your channel?
Yeah, at Michael Halcomb Live. Yep. So they're funny. To me, they're funny, and it's just fun to work with the college students. Really, having that kind of fun, which is usually not the typical professor-student relationship. It's usually just do this assignment, come to my class, blah, 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 blah. So this is cool.
They got to appreciate too a little bit. I mean, it's something completely different than, like you said, go read something.
Yeah, I hope they do, and they're coming back each week, so that's cool. I mean, it's kind of like a miraculous feat to have college students commit to anything and show up, repeatedly. So I'm pretty pleased with it. Yeah.
I've always wondered this, like with professors, does it look bad if a bunch of kids drop your class, either early on or later?
It depends why. There are a host of reasons why kids might do that. So it can look bad, but it just depends. It doesn't always.
Okay.
They might have schedule conflicts, like with a team sport or something like that. And so a number of them will have to get into a new class. Some might leave the school and go to a new school. I don't know. There's all kinds of reasons that happens.
But if there's like a year-over-year trend of people dropping a class, would that would look bad, you think?
I don't think so.
No?
No. You would think that it would, but it doesn't. I mean, the number one thing that all universities and colleges struggle with is retention rate. And that typically doesn't fall back on the professor as much as it does just student life, like dorm quality or campus activity, campus life quality.
Is that more important to a student?
Cafeteria quality. Yeah, dude. Okay. Students, it's a huge deal to students, the quality of the food and the dorms and campus activities. And that is huge. It's like the leading stuff that gets kids and keeps kids.
It kind of makes sense, though, because really, like, that's their home. So if you're living in a horrible home, that'd be brutal.
Right. Yeah. So, yeah, I think it just depends. So I can't say yes or no to that.
You know what? This is completely random, but you know what sucks is I was trying to... Do you have an iPhone?
No, iPhone sucks. That's why. Just kidding. No, I don't. I have the Pixel, so...
Okay.
I like it.
So iPhone has this thing where like it can make... It's an emoji thing, so it can make you look like a shark. So... But it like follows, like if you go like this, the shark will open its mouth up. Well, my eyes are like so squinty at this point that it always shows that I'm shutting, like the shark will be shutting its eyes the entire time. So I'll be like this, trying to open my eyes so the shark will actually open the eyes.
Nice.
Yeah.
Who even thought of that feature? I mean, that's all right. Yeah, that's weird.
But that's definitely a need to have.
Yeah, all right. I'll take your word for it. That's why people are standing in line the night before Apple phones come out, right? Features like that.
Yeah. Well, it's funny, like, yeah, you mentioned that. So that feature comes out, you mess with it, for maybe the first 2 days, and then after that, like, you forget about it.
Right. Yeah.
Like, could you imagine I send you, like, a video chat call, and I'm a damn shark? Like, I just don't know why people don't take me serious.
Kids would love that, I guess, but yeah, I guess.
Like my 6-year-old's like it.
Yeah, I would assume so. Yeah, I wonder if Bethany Hamilton likes it. Badooch.
Who's that?
She's the person who got her arm bit off by a shark, professional surfer.
You did?
I should probably cut this out of the podcast. Oh, gosh. Yeah, probably should cut that out. So, anyways, yeah, what's up?
Yeah, so regarding... I have no clue how to do this. You've done this numerous times, quite a few times. How do you get booked?
It's a really good question. The short answer is it takes work, and it takes work on numerous fronts. So one of the ways that you get booked is by going out to open mics and someone spots you, right? Like, and they're like, oh, you'd be good for a show. I feel like that's kind of rare or difficult, More often, you're going to meet other comedians at mics who are hosting shows and are often needing to get people in a lineup. So that's a good way for that to happen. But probably two of the main ways. One is, a friend of a friend. So somebody recommends you to a booker that they know, and I'd say that happens quite a bit. Although we know that in the comedy world, As you and I were talking about before we even hit the record button, there is a sort of limited good mindset of, as you were saying, a famine mindset. This whole idea that if you have success, that means I don't, which is just silly.
Mhm.
So people tend to be very protective of their connections, not because they're afraid you're going to ruin the connection, but because they don't want you to have success. So that happens. The other way is, dude, you send in tapes. And coughing a lot, but that's been a way I've gotten a ton of shows, sending in tapes, right? And what you want in your tape is at least a 5 to 7 minute head-on view, good audio quality, good video quality, with no editing, right? So start to finish, no edits.
So no
whatsoever.
splicing, no chopping
No.
out.
No, a booker wants to see that you can hold a 5 minute or a 7 minute slot.
Mm-hmm.
If you're just cutting it into a highlight reel, they're not interested. So they want that 5 to 7 minute clip. And once you get that, you send it to bookers. And if it's good, right, then you'll get booked. And gradually you'll just start getting more longer time. So I had a booker in Hawaii who booked me initially, and there was a 7 minute show. And then later on, he's like, all right, I need you to do 10 minutes tonight. And then the next time he's like, you got 12 minutes tonight. And
When do you find that out? Like beforehand or when you're at the venue?
before. And then the next time he gave me 14 minutes, and I only ended up doing 12. I cut it off early because I saw him walking around the corner and standing there, which I thought he was implying like your time's up.
Mm.
So I cut it off early. But that's sort of the way it works. You get in on a mic, get your 5 minute clip, 7 minute clip, and then send it off to get booked. So you introduce yourself to a booker in person or via email and send that along. Send a nice, obviously professional email, and that usually do the trick. But I've also sent things. I just sent a clip a month ago to a booker in Florida, and crickets. I emailed him back and I was like, hey, have you had a chance to look at this? The response was, yeah, I did. I will. If something comes up where I feel like you're a good fit, I'll let you know. Which was a
Okay.
way to say, I'm not going to book you.
Right.
So at the same time, the week before that, I sent in a clip to a booker in Georgia near Atlanta, and he's like, wants me to come headline. So go figure. Right. So it's like cold calling in a way. Like,
Yeah.
that's how I would say that's the number one way to do it, other than knowing a friend of a friend and getting recommended.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I've started like several companies, and with that, the first customer is always the hardest because there's no social proof and there's no like, we've worked with this company before. Is it similar like that in comedy where after you've been booked once or twice, then they're like, okay, we can trust you because somebody else has already trusted you? Is that a thing?
100%.
Okay.
Yeah. Especially if they're a friend of a friend, right? And
Yeah.
they know if this booker is good and they trust that booker and they booked you, then it's gonna go well for you too. That's how like creating that momentum works. And it really is a lot of cold calling kind of thing, really cold emailing or cold messaging. And you just gotta be professional about it. You can send in a little headshot and a bio with that. That could be overkill for some people.
Mm.
So what I often do is I'll message or reach out to somebody, introduce myself, and say I've done this and this. I'd love to help you out, in your area. Would you mind if I send you a tape? And they'll either say yes or no. So yeah, I've been
So
told
you
both.
ask for permission then to send the tape usually?
Yeah. Yes. I never send a tape without asking first.
Okay. That probably comes off as polite, I bet.
Yeah,
And
because if you send a tape straight away, it seems presumptuous.
yeah, right.
Yeah, so I was gonna try to find one here where there's one club I've been trying to get into for a year and they won't even reply to me. I don't know why. I am not sure why. And then another person, like the one I was just talking about, here's how the message went that I sent. And probably if more seasoned comedians are watching or listening, they might tweak this a little bit. But hi, this is on social. Hi, blank. Great to connect with you. So I did the friend request thing. Great to connect with you. I saw you tagged on a comedian friend's post and thought I'd send the request. My name's Michael Halcomb. I'm a comedian based out of blank. It looks like you've got a great venue in blank and are up to some great things. I'd love to send a video along. If not, it's great to connect. I hope we can work together at some point. Many thanks, Michael. So if any of you are needing a sample message, there's one. That's the one where he just replied, yeah, send it to blank. So I sent it and then circled back 2 weeks later and said, hi, blank, hope you're well. Just wanted to follow up to ensure you received my email.
Is
Have a
this
great
the
weekend.
blank?
This is the same one.
Oh, same
Yeah.
one.
And he replied, I did. I received many emails for limited spots. I'll be in touch if I have something that I think would be a good fit. And then I just replied, thanks, blank. Yeah.
Okay.
So
I think I know what club this is, actually. I think that this guy's got an issue with like having someone with medical ailments, like new ones every single week.
yes, he's like, we are not gonna get mosquito face in here. He'll run
Right.
that. You're not gonna get busted. Forget Busta Rhyme. We got Busta Lip.
We're
Okay,
not all
here.
getting the Nile virus.
Yeah, exactly. So I think those are some ways to do it, and I think that's the main way, just that cold contact sort of thing.
How do you
Yeah.
find bookers?
You keep your eyes open for. So a lot of comedians, it's sort of a standard practice or a best practice maybe that after comedians perform, particularly, I'm not talking about the stars, right? I'm
Yeah.
talking about like up and coming comedians. They'll post on social, thanks to so and so for inviting me to perform at ABC Club tonight. They're top notch. Highly recommend go sing a show there. So you just see, oh, that's the booker. Follow, friend request. Or you can just do a search of comedy clubs and find the booker's information and contact them.
Okay.
Yeah. I've done that as well. So yeah, man,
Nice.
it's pretty interesting stuff. And you have to be someone who just takes initiative. Dude, nobody, well, I don't want to say nobody, but it's going to be rare in comedy. It's rare in life, right? But it's rare in comedy that anybody else will advocate for you. And so I teach my kids, you got to advocate for yourself because nobody else is going to advocate for you. And that's the same in comedy.
Yeah, I bet it's
Yeah.
similar too of like if you do somebody a solid, it's not like this isn't why you'd be nice to people, but if you do a solid to somebody, there's a lot better of a chance that they're gonna end up doing a solid for you at some point.
Right.
Like
Yeah.
if you just treat people nice and you help other people out too.
In general. But remember, the comedy is very cutthroat, and you have that famine mindset where if you're having success, that means I'm not. So any chance of seeing you succeed means I'm not going to succeed. So I'm just going to not help you. This is why you got to find like a crew. All right. So for instance, dude, look at Nate Bargatze. Like he's got Dusty Slay and Brian Bates and Aaron Weber. They're a tight four. They are a crew. It's the same thing. You had David Spade and Chris Farley and Adam Sandler, right?
Yep.
They were a crew. You could, you look at any comedian that's risen to the top, they're going to have a crew around them like that. And so I don't have that crew. Me and you are starting to form that. Like we're working on that. But there isn't like a third or fourth person here at this point, So I think when you have 3 or 4 people working for each other's success, it's going to go a way long way. Yeah.
We need to beat a couple more people in, I think, into our gang.
Yeah, I mean, maybe it's hard because you don't want to. I mean, for me, I want to protect the dynamic. I don't want to throw the dynamic off. And I would be very choosy about who that would be. Right? I think you would too. So Yeah, for me, like I have a couple other people outside of me and you that I know are to some degree in my corner. To what degree, I don't know, but to some degree they're in my corner. But I wouldn't yet consider them part of like a crew. Like they're not helping me like advance myself necessarily or do anything. And yeah, so
I get what you're
that's
saying. Not as like close yet.
yeah. So I'm down to like find more people to come into this, but it just needs to be the right fit. You know, I think you and I respect each other's boundaries largely. You know, we're comfortable being honest with each other's jokes if they're good or bad or whatever. Some people can't handle that, you know, so, and then just, yeah, like sincerely cheering you on when you're doing well or even when you're not, and not thinking that, oh, Brandon's got this going and he's being successful, so that's cutting in on my success. I just think that's so stupid.
Right.
Yeah, so...
The other thing is like when someone does well, they're almost showing you a roadmap of how to do it too. You know, like I've asked you things sometimes. You've done something great. I'm like, how'd you do that? And then you're pretty free with and pretty open with how you did it. And that just like that saved me 3 months of trying to learn that on my own by you just telling me. You know, so anything that good happens to really anybody, but like especially like you, like awesome. That helps me too.
Yeah, I appreciate that. And I think that is the right mindset, right? A rising tide lifts all ships kind of thing. And I'm not out to be cutthroat in this business like a lot of people are. It's not my agenda. I don't want to do any of that, you know? So I want to be around people that are we're going to prop each other up and make each other better, and celebrate each other's success and share in each other's success. There's enough to go around, man.
Yep, 100%.
So
you want to work on a joke?
Yeah, we can work on some jokes.
All right.
Mine tonight is terrible, dude.
What is it?
It's so dumb. It's really short too. I just had this thought. I guess it's really more of a premise.
Okay.
But I had the thought that buying a pull-up bar, you know, like one of those things you stick in your doorway, like a pull-up. Yeah. Buying a pull-up bar is just like too optimistic.
With like how hard a pull-up actually is.
Yeah, right. Like to actually buy it, you have to be very optimistic that you're going to do this, right? But we all know that people who buy those things don't use them, right? Maybe once. They'll do it for a day, and then it's over, like game over. So I just thought that was funny. Like buying a pull-up bar is too optimistic. And I don't know if there's anything beyond that. But I suppose I could do some analogies here or try to expand on this. But yeah, that was the starting point.
Really what you're, I don't know what this is called, but it's really like you're buying a hanger thing, like where you put your clothes.
Right.
That's really what you're buying.
Buying a pull-up bar is too optimistic. Yeah, so like the idea being I'm not going to hang on that and actually do pull-ups, but I will hang my clothes on it.
Yeah, right. Like you've hung more clothes on that thing than you've actually done pull-ups.
Or you could do it the other direction, like I'm too lazy to hang my clothes on that thing.
Yeah, 'cause you got to reach up. Yeah, so high.
Buying a pull-up bar is like too optimistic of a worldview. You know, like I'm too lazy to even hang my clothes on there, much less myself, right? Like kind of thing. So. That's a good point. Yeah, I like that. Yeah.
Have you seen this? This is kind of a little off topic, but have you seen these vibrating boards?
No, I haven't. I don't think so.
Okay, yeah, they're on my Instagram all the time, like Instagram sales or whatever. Instagram shop. So it's basically a board. You stand on it, and all it does is vibrate, and they say you lose weight. So they do like these Instagram lives, and these people are like.
So it's like a different version of the shake weight.
Yeah, but your whole body weight. Yeah, exactly. Your whole body.
Wow. No, I haven't seen that ever at all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, but buying a pull-up bar is too optimistic. Or yeah, what is buying a pull-up bar like? So buying a
Right.
pull-up bar, you are. I mean, yeah, you think you're gonna do a pretty hardcore, decent workout. Like you're gonna do something pretty good. But then the other thing about a pull-up bar that would suck inside your door, you have to walk past it all the time and just realize like I'm a loser. You know, like I haven't touched that thing and
That's right. Yeah, I agree. It's a daily reminder. Like, you know, a pull-up bar is like a good thing to have to nag you if you don't have a significant other, you know?
could it be a mother-in-law joke? Like a pull-up bar is like a mother-in-law, like always there to remind you that you're a loser.
Yeah, that's very good. Yes, a pull-up bar is like your mother-in-law, always there to remind you. Yeah, would you say a loser, or
Yeah.
always there to remind you not to be too optimistic? Yeah, I like that. I'm gonna add that. Yeah, a pull-up bar is like a mother-in-law. Yeah, always there to remind you how much of a loser you are. Always there to remind you that you're a loser. Very good. I like that. Good. Actually got a joke out of that. Yeah, you were just mentioning the shake board or whatever.
Oh yeah,
Dude,
shake board. I've got 3 of them. Yeah.
Are you serious?
No, no.
So I'm gonna show you this video, bro. I know we're like not to the end yet, but I just saw this yesterday. I thought it was the wildest thing, dude. Have you seen this? It's called board shoe racing.
No, let's see this.
All right, dude, check this out.
So it's almost like a 3-legged race, but oh,
Oh, dude, look at that. That's insane. Yes.
can
It's
I just say,
stand on these-
like, no matter how fast your team is, you are not getting ladies in this sport. I'm telling you that.
man,
Oh my
This-
goodness.
so funny, dude. Just absolutely hilarious. Yeah.
Well, okay, here's a question for you. Do you want to be on this? Do you want to be in the front, the middle, or the back? Well, you got to pick one. You got to pick one.
Oh, that's funny, dude. Oh man.
I mean, I'm in for a good time. I'd be in the middle.
Oh man, dude. I'm gonna be last, I guess.
In the back. All right.
Dude, the comments. I know we're not here yet, but a spoon fest. Hey, is that a baton in your pocket? Oh gosh. Oh man. This is funny. Chinese must introduce a new race to chase for gold when Kenya got another medal. Yeah, how many legs have been broken? Just, dude, people are funny, man.
Yeah.
What in the Squid Game? Yeah, this is good.
It's almost like, all right, guys, the relay race is just too easy. You know, we're gonna do this.
Right. Yes, dude. It's so funny. Used to do this in Cub Scouts. Used to call this speed goose stepping. Yeah, dude. These comments aren't the best, but some of them are funny.
Yeah. So we
I
just
can
need to find a third then. If you're saying you really want to be in the back and I really want to be in the middle, we need, yeah, you said it would make your day if you were in the back. And I said, okay, sure, I'll be in the middle. We need someone for the front.
Gosh, dude. Oh man.
Preferably a chick. I would want to do, actually, I would do co-ed. That's what I would do.
This says I have shin splints just watching this. My gosh. I love reading these kind of comments, dude. They're so funny, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. So amazing synchron ankles breaking faster than the speed of light. Yeah, dude. It is funny that they invented. I had never seen this until yesterday, dude. Yeah.
Oh
The
yeah,
guy in the back gets all the bad air.
dude, this thing will be on ESPN 8 in no time.
Yeah.
The Ocho
Hilarious.
train wreck.
Anyways, I guess we should go to your joke, dude. Yeah, what do you got for us here?
Yeah. All right. So we got. This is kind of just a start of a joke. It's needs a little more to it. Let's see. I started doing jujitsu. Now I can't go back to Chuck E. Cheese. Chucky sucks at jujitsu. So it's not that funny, even. But basically implying that I did
That you got to a fight
Jujitsu.
with Chuck.
yeah, with Chuck,
All right.
which I have started doing jujitsu.
Have you?
True story. Yeah,
Nice.
I'm horrible.
I've started doing jujitsu, and now I can't go back to Chuck E. Cheese. So there's like a breakdown there for me, a logical disconnect, right?
I'm trying
So
to
I
do a
need
misdirect.
something. Yeah, I know. I need something.
I know, but it's stupid.
I need something like another word, some cue that will help me connect with the misdirect a little faster. And now I can't go back to Chuck E. Cheese. So I started doing jujitsu. I mean, a misdirect. Could you be like, could the misdirect be, I've started doing jujitsu and now I can't go back to Chuck E. Cheese. I'm kidding. I was never allowed back at Chuck E. Cheese anyway. Something like that.
Oh, so that's a misdirect. Or what if it was like I beat a rat in jujitsu or something?
There you go. I like that. I beat a rat in jujitsu.
Even though it's a mouse.
I started doing jujitsu. Yeah, I like rat. I wonder if you could cloak it a little bit more, like kind of make me believe that like a rat is someone who rats people out,
Yeah.
and then pull the Chuck E. Cheese thing.
Mm. Almost like I hate rats.
Yes.
Like I choked a rat out in jujitsu.
Yeah, I choked a rat out in jujitsu. Yeah, maybe that's it. I choked a rat out in jujitsu.
Does it matter that Chucky's a mouse? Probably.
I don't think so. I think people will.
Look at it.
Yeah. What else? I mean, when I think of Chuck E. Cheese, I of course think of pizza. I think of the ball pit, and I think of games with tickets, particularly skee ball.
I think of there is one employee for every 400 people that go. It is
Right.
the worst staffed company I've ever seen in my life.
Yes, I agree with that. I think the rat thing might be the way to go here.
Okay.
And then you have the follow-up, Chucky sucks at jujitsu.
Which that's too like obvious, like, it's not really funny. You're spelling out the joke too much.
What? Right. I started doing jujitsu. What if you get kicked out of your jujitsu, get in trouble for your jujitsu? I got in a fight the other day and used jujitsu. Turns out they don't like that at Chuck E. Cheese or something like that. What is it? A sensei? What do you call your guy who leads you?
I don't know. That's a good question.
Are you in a dojo?
I think it's a dojo. I want to say it's a dojo.
So I think it would be your sensei, right?
I think that's karate.
Karate. Okay. What is somebody who teaches jujitsu called? Let me ask Google. What is someone who teaches jujitsu called?
Master?
Let's see. Professor or a coach? Professor. Or master. It could be master. Less common titles include sensei or master. Teachers are called professor or coach.
I could say I choked that guy out with that little rat out with his tail.
Yeah, this is a challenging one, actually.
You grew up in Kentucky, didn't you?
Yeah.
Did you ever have a rat tail?
Yes, of course. Yeah.
You did?
Of course, dude. Long one, yeah.
That was half a
Yeah.
joke. My goodness.
Me and my cousins, my friends, dude, we all had them. Yeah.
Oh heck yeah!
Yeah. It was a family tradition. Those were the thing, dude. Rat-tailed and tight-rolled jeans. Yeah.
So like you had when you had a rat tail, were you like, oh heck yeah, this looks good, this is cool?
I don't think so.
Okay, it was just what people had.
I had one picture from my childhood where I looked exactly like Joe Dirt. It's like a third grade picture, dude. I look dead on Joe Dirt. But I can't find it anymore. Yeah.
Was your rat tail ever long enough where it could like go over your shoulder?
Yeah, for sure.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, so you had a real one. You didn't have you weren't playing around.
Yeah,
That's
the
cool.
rat tail. Those are making a comeback, man.
Are they?
Yeah, they are.
Mullets are too.
Yeah, they have been. That's right.
Mullets are
Unfortunately.
relatively big up north.
Oh, yeah?
The younger people. Yeah.
Yeah, in Hawaii, they were starting to get big, too. Yeah, kind of interesting. But, yeah, I'm a little stuck on this joke. I started doing jujitsu. Now I can't go back to Chuck E. Cheese.
Or now I'm kicked out of Chuck E. Cheese would be shorter.
What if you flipped it? Like, I recently got banned from Chuck E. Cheese, not for stealing tickets, not for playing in the ball pit, or I recently got banned from Chuck E. Cheese. Turns out Chucky doesn't like chokehold from behind or something like that.
Oh, a rear naked joke.
Yeah, that's good, dude. Turns out Chucky doesn't like a rear naked choke. Yeah, I think that's way better. Yeah,
Okay.
flipping it like that. Yeah. Recently got banned from Chuck E. Cheese. Turns out he doesn't like a rear naked chokehold or rear naked choke. And then I wonder if you could do, I was just playing. I was showing off my jujitsu skills, or I was showing him a jujitsu move, I was showing him a jujitsu move. I mean, he didn't ask me to. I was just showing him, something like that.
Well,
So-
or you could just be like, I didn't think a person was in there.
Yeah, that's good. I was trying my jujitsu moves on Chucky, and turned out there's a person in there. Yeah, however you
Turns
just
out he's
said
a
it.
real person. There's a human.
I think that's it. I think that works. Those are two decent jokes right there. Yeah.
My son loves mascots, so when we go to Chuck E. Cheese, like sometimes he doesn't want stuff. Like he's grabbed Chucky's butt multiple times. Like I don't think he realizes he's a human in there, so he'll just go up, grab him.
Dude, that was that guy thinking like one of the perks of the job. That's terrible, dude.
Yeah, his ankle monitor's going off.
Man.
So let's go over some current events and some news.
Yeah, let's do it. What do you got for us, man?
All right, let me pull it up here. This one isn't super funny, but I thought it was crazy. Okay, so when residents of Equatorial Guinea's Anaban Island wrote the government in Malibu complaining about the dynamite explosions by a Moroccan construction company, the country ended up shutting off the internet for that entire country because of it for a year. So they got a 1-year ban on that.
Wow.
Isn't that wild?
Wow. Yeah. So they banned the internet for a year because the people complained. I mean, over an explosion or like different explosions.
Right, yeah, like, hey, could they keep it down over there? And then they're like, all right, yeah, your internet's done. We're tired of your complaint. And they wrote a letter. That's not like they didn't even protest. They wrote a letter, you know?
Yeah, that seems really heavy-handed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It just makes you feel lucky sometimes, like you can kind of say stuff here, you know?
Yeah, dude. I mean, well,
Sometimes.
I don't know. This past week, there have been major consequences for saying stuff here, but
Yeah, that's very true.
it's been a heck of a week, man. This past week. But
The weirdest thing
I
there
don't know.
was,
So Equatorial Guinea. I don't even know what that is necessarily, but this African country I guess it's a country near an island near the equator that's part of Africa.
Mhm.
They banned the internet for a year. So these people, this whole island people, were without the internet for a year.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's like being on T-Mobile's plan.
Yeah. Cricket Wireless.
Yeah,
Yeah, T-Mobile customers have no clue that like there's actually more than one bar. They're like, what's the 2-bar thing?
man. Yeah, where is Equatorial Guinea? Yeah, I think it's interesting, but I am grateful to live here. I used to be a little bit of a poo-poo on America kind of person. I've never been really patriotic, but my fondness for my country has increased over the last couple of years, I would say. Yeah, last
What do
few
you
years.
think has made it increase?
I've traveled a lot. I've been up to numerous other countries, and just nowhere even really comes close to here. I mean, it's just the freedoms that we have. It just doesn't come close. The standard of living, even for like I would say I grew up pretty poor in America. But we still had cars and clothes and food, and so just yeah, and really above all, dude, it's just free speech, But that we're starting to see that really does, in certain circumstances, come with a cost.
Yeah, there are some consequences there.
High costs, and I just saw a Christian musician. His name's Forrest Frank. He's kind of blown up over the last 2 or 3 years. I just saw he posted today that he lost 30,000 followers in 24 hours over wishing Erica Kirk and the children, like saying we should pray for them. So
Like he was a Christian singer.
yeah, Christian musician. Yeah,
So I guess why would he lose followers for that?
I don't know. That's what he said today. He just posted, I lost 30,000 followers for posting that. And I guess there are a lot of, I don't know, left-leaning folks who liked his music, not the idea that he thinks we should pray for this widow and her children. I don't know. That's messed up, man. I've been really disheartened this past week. I mean, this is a comedy podcast, I know, but I've been disheartened a bit this week over just all the events, the lack of decorum in our country, the inability to just properly show respect to the deceased,
Yeah, or just like empathy for the family, even.
Yeah, dude, it's appalling. It really is. I've been pushing this idea that we just need to be curious people,
Mm-hmm.
and we, if we're more curious about each other, the less likely we're gonna go to some length to hurt another person. Like, if you wrong me, wouldn't it be better for me to be like, well, I'm curious why he did that. Let me see if he'll talk about it. Now, you might not, but then I'm curious, well, why would he not talk about it? But I just want to, I've trained myself to be perpetually curious over the last 25 years.
Mm.
And that's why comedy works for me, and joke writing, and being a Bible scholar and a theologian and whatever, because I'm just perpetually curious. But I feel like we've lost the ability to be curious about each other. Even.
Mm-hmm.
We've go ahead.
Oh, just like, and also, just because someone has a different opinion doesn't make them a bad person. They just have a different opinion. They're just looking through life at a different lens and different experiences.
Right.
So most people are not bad people, no matter what you believe.
It's, dude, yeah, I agree, dude. The rage. That's why my comedy motto is laughter's greater than outrage. What I really want to do with comedy is sort of like poke holes in this culture of rage with laughter, and that's not to say there's never a place for being upset or sad, but it's been frustrating this week, man. Where's the decorum? And I despise and loathe all the grave dancing that's happening, and it's just, yeah, that's my own view. But I agree with you.
Yeah, the challenge though too is like the loudest, craziest people are going to be the ones on social media doing crazy stuff. But then also like most of the normal people are going to, in their mind, give well wishes to people. Like, oh, I hope they end up doing well. They're not
Right.
going. They're not narcissistic, so they're not going on social media making it about them. You know.
Right. That's
So-
true. You know, as a somewhat public person, I teach and I've preached and I do all this comedy and I'm out on social. I put myself out there a lot, and I've faced some tremendous heat over that, over the years, and it's been really difficult at times. And yeah, dude, it can be hard. It can be really hard, and I just want to make people laugh. I think that starts with me being curious about what's going on in our world, why people are thinking, feeling, speaking the way they do, and just continually nurturing and cultivating this curiosity within myself.
Mm.
Why do you think that way when I don't? Why are you looking at it that way when I'm not? Why are you that way? Why do you differ? Why do you hold that view? Where does that perspective come from? How did you arrive at that conclusion? Like all these, let me be curious. And I do genuinely think if we're curious about each other, dude, it can heal many, many things. But yeah, I had a run-in recently with somebody, and trying to just be curious in a way about that. Why, thinking, why are you holding this perspective? Why are you getting so angry so fast? How did this ramp up from 0 to 100 so quickly? Like, where did I go wrong? Maybe where did I misspeak? Or trying to be curious about the person and the situation, and the other person wasn't having it. And I think if it had been extended in my direction, we could have probably found a common ground, but it wasn't. Yeah. So
Yeah. That's why sometimes
Sorry.
it seems like if you try to drive, a lot of times, like, you try to drive people underground, like the super crazy people underground, it could end up being more dangerous because now they're thinking of those thoughts in their mind, and then they cut off all communication with anybody
right,
that
dude,
could
right.
show them something like, well, here's a different perspective, maybe,
Right. Yep. I mean, I saw today what Charlie Kirk's Turning Point USA, that in the last 48 hours, they've received over 37,000 inquiries for new campus chapters on colleges,
Wow.
college campuses.
So it did the opposite.
37,000. Yeah, it had the opposite effect. 1,000. You think about that. That's insane. I don't even know if there's that many colleges in the United States, but I'm gonna look that up. How many colleges are there in the U.S.?
I'm sure ITT Tech is asking for a chapter too.
Do what?
ITT Tech is asking for a chapter too, I'm sure.
Yeah, all of them. 6,000 colleges, and there's been 37,000 requests. So
That's what they've asked six
that's like
times?
6 chapters, dude. That's like so.
Huh.
We'll see.
I've
where that
actually
goes.
I've heard of him. I've seen him a little bit on social media, but I didn't really know much about him until like that situation happened. Pretty crazy.
Oh, really? Yeah. Probably the best debater in the world. I mean, dude was really, really amazing at debating, skilled beyond anything I've ever seen. And I used to be a debate coach, so. But, dude, yeah. Well, what other news you got for us, man?
Let's see here. Okay, let me share my screen here. Show this one. All right, you see it?
No, I don't see anything.
All right, one
Yeah.
sec.
There we go. All right.
So this guy crossed the 26 miles, made with a kayak made of mushrooms.
Crossed what? A sea, a lake? What did he cross?
Let's see. He heard the sound of large animal breaching the waters. Yeah, you wanted to. It's a fin whale. Oh, so this must be the ocean or the sea.
He crossed the ocean on mushrooms?
On, on a mushroom kayak. So it was a big kayak, and he made it was a big mushroom, I guess, or maybe a bunch of them, and he made a kayak out of it.
Okay. Oh man, what would lead somebody to do this?
longest open water journey in a kayak built from this unique material. Well, yeah, no crap. It's in a mushroom.
Oh my goodness. Yeah. All right. Well, crossing the ocean on a kayak of mushroom.
Oh, Catalina Island. Maybe he's going to the Catalina wine mixer, huh? Mushroom.
Dude, is he white? This sounds like something a white guy would do.
Yeah, like, look at that. That is what
Yeah,
you would
totally
draw.
white, dude.
Yeah.
Totally white.
Yeah. Let me guess. Name Nathan? No, Sam. Okay. Yeah.
What was the name of his boat? Did he name it?
No. What is it? Oh, that'd be crazy.
You know what he said at the end, though? I
What?
bet somebody like asked him, "Well, how was it?" He'd be like, "It was a total trip, man."
Dude, look at this. It was just like a psychedelic experience. He's-
That's funny, dude.
you called it.
I called it. That's hilarious.
Yeah.
His parents are they interviewed in here anywhere? His
No.
dad's probably like, yeah, he was always kind of an idiot.
Well, he graduated from Yale, so I'm sure like his
Yeah.
Yep.
Was he a vegan, this guy?
He would have to be hand-built ceramic vessels. Eventually, interest grew beyond gallery walls. Shoemaker now belongs to a small community of scientists and artists exploring potentially fungal innovation as an alternative material.
Fungal innovation. Oh my gosh, dude. That sounds like my uncle's feet. Fungal innovation. Wow. Mushroom leather. I think, dude, if I were gonna build a mushroom kayak, it seems like the best place to take a mushroom kayak to would be a Fish concert. You know, the band Fish?
Oh yeah. Were they a Christian band?
No,
No.
they were like a 70s hippie, right? Like kind of like Grateful Dead, I think.
I get it. Okay.
Yeah. Interesting, dude. Kayak made of mushrooms.
I think it's funny that they said like he set the record because he went whatever mile. Dude, I bet if he went 3 feet, he would have set the record for riding in a kayak in a mushroom.
Right. Yeah. Golly, dude. I don't know. People do some crazy stuff, man.
They do.
And he made it alive, though. I mean, you know, it's kind of impressive.
I'm trying to
Yeah.
let's see. So I'll just tell you about this. I want to at least get this picture up for you. We were texting back and forth on it. It was the lady. The guy just got back from jail. Okay, here we go. I got it. Oh my goodness. Okay, I'll stop sharing here. I'm like an 8-year-old. I'm sharing stuff here. Here we go. All right, you see this?
Okay. Oh yeah, right.
Cook my man. Go ahead, read it.
Cooked my man his first homemade meal in 4 years. Heart emoji. In parentheses, he's been locked up.
Dude.
It's so what do we got here? It's rice. Is that mashed potatoes? What is that?
Yeah, that looks like instant mashed potatoes. And then I don't think those wings are cooked.
Yeah, they don't. They look like raw wings.
Yeah, look like raw wings. And the comments are just it's like he never left. One person said, "For real, lock me up again." He's about to get arrested on purpose.
Go back.
Yeah. Another one. So he just transferred to another jail? I'm confused. Oh, so funny.
That is good stuff, dude.
Yeah,
It's hilarious.
yeah. Oh, man, I'd be so disappointed. Come home to that.
Right?
damn it.
That's the kind of food that'll make you start your own gang right there, man.
Yeah, exactly.
This guy's trying to steal packets of hot sauce from the commissary, dude.
Make it digestible.
Hilarious, dude. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's funny. Well, good stuff, man. Thanks for digging all that up. That's good.
Yeah, for sure.
Well, I guess we'll wrap up here if you're good to go, man.
Yeah, we're good.
Yeah, right on. Well, everybody, thanks for watching, listening, tuning in. Go over after you're done watching, listening here, and subscribe to the podcast. And then after that, head over to brandocomedy.com and check out what Brandon's got going on and follow him on socials. And then after you do that, if you're still interested, go to michaelhalcom.live and check out what's going on there. Subscribe to the daily blog and follow me on socials if you're down for it. But this has been the Pro Laugh Podcast, and we're going to stop there and say we hope that helps.
It's the Pro Laugh Podcast.
It's pro-life, a movement and a podcast. It's pro-life.